All right, so I'm going to give you guys a very quick review and tutorial, I guess, on how to properly use law of sines. In this particular case, I want you guys to remember that the law of sines is going to equal this right up here on top that I've got the formula written out for you. It's the sine of some angle divided by the side opposite of that angle on the triangle is equal to the sine of another angle divided by the side opposite of that one. And so really what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a pair of sides and a pair of angles that I can work with in order to find some missing stuff. The triangle that I have here, I do have a pair of sides. I'm starting off with this side at 10 and this side at 11. And I also have a pair of angles that I'm going to be dealing with. The one I know is down at the very bottom. That's 50 degrees. I'm looking for my other angle at x. The way that I'm going to set this up is I am going to use the law of sines formula, and I'm going to drop in all of the things that I know. The first one I'm going to deal with is an angle that I do know. So I'm going to start off with the sine of a reference angle that I do have, which is 50 degrees. And I'm going to put that over the side that is opposite of that in my triangle. And so in this case, it's going to be over 11. And that's going to equal the sine of any other angle and the side opposite of that. So I'm going to take my other angle that I'm looking for here, and that's going to be the sine of x. And I'm going to put that over the side opposite of x, which in this case is 10. At this point in time, what I would do if I were you guys is I would just start turning these sine functions into decimals if I can. I know what the sine of 50 is. The sine of 50 is going to be 0.766. That's still over 11. And all of that is going to end up being equal to the sine of x over 10. And again, I'm just going to go through and solve this down as far as I can. The 0.766 divided by 11, if I divide that out, is going to end up being 0.07. That's going to still equal sine of x over 10. I need to get the sine of x by itself. Right now it's being divided by 10, so what I would do is multiply both sides by 10. So times 10 here and times 10 here. This side cancels out and I'll be left with just sine of x. And that's going to be equal to 0.07 times 10, and that's going to end up being 0.7. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inverse sine of my 0.7, and that will actually just get rid of the sine here, so I can just have x by itself. If I take the inverse sine of my 0.7, my x value should equal 44.14 degrees. And that's all there is to it.